I wanted to tell you the story of 2 and 4 Earl Haig. We've got a lot of questions about how that happened. How did we list and sell 2 houses right next door to each other, both on the market for a week and both sold with multiple offers in this market? So I think it kind of starts at the beginning with the preparation. When we met the sellers for 2 and 4 Earl Haig, we were up in competition with a couple other agents. They were interviewing a few agents, which is normal. And when we went in there, we let them know our marketing presentation, what that would look like, the pricing strategies that were common on the market at this time. And also we discussed a lot about the market conditions for this year and what to expect. Based on the advice we gave them, they both felt comfortable moving forward with us as their real estate agent. And I was really excited to get started, and so was the team. So we thought about it for a little bit about staggering their listings or doing them at the same time. Because they're 2 neighbors, we really thought hard about whether or not we should do a big campaign for, 2 neighbors looking to sell, been sharing sugar for 20 years, and you buy one and your best friend buys the other. And we would have made this a huge marketing campaign. But in the end, based on timing, we decided to keep it separate. The sellers decided to keep it separate as well. And we began prepping one and then the other for the market. So when we prep any home for the market, we have a very systematic approach to that to make sure everything is organized and ready to go before we hit the market. And we have a 100-point checklist of things that we go through. Actually, it might be more than that now, so that every listing is seamless and the whole process of all of those items, nothing gets missed. We want to make sure that it's very thorough. And in preparing one, we realized that there were some hiccups in terms of how we could list it. And so we had to pivot very quickly. Once we went to market, we knew the other one was coming up for sale already, but we really wanted to focus on the one that was listed. So 2 went to market first, and we threw everything we had into getting that sold. On the offer date, we had 2 offers, and it sold over the asking price. Now, that was a pricing strategy that we used specifically to try and get a price over the asking price, because there's 2 pricing strategies on the market. There's a traditional pricing strategy where we price a home around what it's worth, and then there's the secondary pricing strategy where we price a home below market value on purpose. This is a strategy, and we hold back offers until an offer date, and we're aiming for the home to sell around market value. Well, how do we know what fair market value is? Well, that's based on the recent comparable sales in the neighborhood. For homes that are similar, we adjust accordingly for the values of those different features of the homes to come up with a fair market value range. So we're always expecting fair market value in this market. We're just hoping that it goes around the fair market value, not shy of it. And in some markets in the past, we used that approach to try and get over market value, not necessarily over the asking price. Yes, that is the plan, but not over market value was always the plan. So in past markets, when we're able to get over market value, I mean, it's exceptional. In the market that we're in right now, we wanted to make sure we at least hit market value. And we were very successful in doing that for 2 Earl Haig. And once that was sold firm, then we were able to get 4 Earl Haig on the market. So the staging and the preparation that went into both homes was crucial to be able to get the buyer pool to see themselves living in the home. So we always want to ensure that psychologically, when a buyer is walking through the home, they can really see themselves living in the different spaces: living room, kitchen, family room, basement, outdoor, indoor spaces that can really be conducive to the lifestyle that the buyers in that community are looking for. So we're always very conscious of who are we attracting with this property? Who are we marketing it to? And we spend a lot of time on the copy, the MLS blurb that you see. I'm very particular about how things get worded so we can really maximize the wording to attract as many potential buyers for our sellers as possible and really make that match happen. We really treat this like a contact sport. So the more people that get contacted or exposed to the listing, the more people are going to be driven to come through the house and be able to see themselves living in that space. So the whole presentation of it involves a lot of preparation, which we went full in for our listings here at 2 and 4 Earl Haig to make sure that they could really look like the model home version of those homes. They don't have to be new finishes by any means, but with the right staging and showcasing of the home, it could really maximize that look that the buyers are aiming for. Once 2 Earl Haig sold, then we were able to list 4 Earl Haig, and It also looked amazing with the stager that we bring in. She's exceptional. And with the beautiful photography, videography, we captured up to 10,000 views, I think it was. I think we had 10,000 views on our video on our page. So you can check that. Number 4 got even more showings than we expected. There were about 50 showings booked within the first week. And through the open houses, we had almost 100 groups come through on both days, together. And we ended up with 11 offers on the offer night. 2 offers on the first, 11 on the second. What was the difference there? So on the first one, we had to make a quick pivot on one of the details about the property. And so that changed a little bit of the buyer pool. And we ended up with 2 great offers, and the seller was able to pick one. The second one, I think we really attracted those buyers who didn't buy the first. One had parking kind of, and the other one didn't. So I suspect that a lot of people in the parking kind of category thought that listing might sell higher than their budget. And when they realized that it sold for market value, they thought, oh, let me go and look at the second one. So I think the first one drove the second one, which also could have backfired. So one of the agents on our team brought up a really good point. And she said, if this was any other agent who sold this, there's no way it would have went that great. They totally would have been still sitting on the market. And I'm like, you think so? And she's like, yes, there's no way anybody would have done all the things that we did. So I thought that was really interesting because in my mind, I was very confident that this was going to go well. And I feel like I had a really good pulse on the market before we went to market to get a sense of what pricing strategy we should use to really maximize the sale price and really gut it for that market value range we were looking for. But the reality is, it could have gone a different way. It could have been that they're both sitting on the market, but for us, that's not an option. If we're going to set out a pricing strategy and we're going to decide on a fair market value range based on the recent comparable sales that we're aiming for, we got to be really methodical about that and not just kind of throw something on MLS and hope for the best. We don't do anything that way. I don't function that way, even just as a human. So it was interesting to get that perspective and the reality check that, if you don't hire the right team and you don't hire the right agent to really service your listing the highest and best level to really maximize your sale price and showcase your home beautifully and market it extensively, well, you may not get the same results. That's just a reality. You kind of get what you pay for in this market. I think that really speaks a lot to the effort that we put into all of our listings, the amount we invest, not only time-wise, but financially. We invest a lot into our listings to really get them up to the level that the buyers want to see. It is hard to visualize what a home can look like without the proper showcasing of that home. So we try to make it really easy for the buyers to see themselves there, and it translates into those results for our sellers. So 2 and 4 Earl Haig are an absolute success story for us. And I think it's really important to make sure that whoever you're going to hire to sell your home is really going to go above and beyond and be able to prep your home accordingly for the market. Think really deeply about who the demographic is that is coming to purchase your home and showcase your home beautifully to reflect that demographic's desires and wants in a home. Everything from the copy that we write, the feature sheets we prepare, the ads that we run online to be able to attract that exposure to the home, it's all targeted to those buyers that are going to be most likely interested in this type of home in this market. And that's the way it needs to be, in my opinion. Selling a home needs to be systematic and methodical and not just kind of throw it up on MLS and see what happens. That, for me, is not selling a home. That is just, I don't know what that is, but it's definitely not going above and beyond to showcase a home at its best and maximize the sale price. So I think this success story really speaks a lot to how much we really care about our sellers' outcome and preparing each home with the love and care that it deserves so that the buyers can feel that as well. I'm really glad that we're sharing this with you because we tend to be a little bit shy sometimes about our successes, but yeah, I mean, this was a big win for our clients. It was a big win for us, and overall it was a great success for everybody. So we are happy to share with you, and we would love to do the same for you when the time is right if you're looking to sell your home in Toronto or in the GTA, and we look forward to staying in touch. Thanks for listening. Bye.